And our next speaker is Mr. Dharmen Tomar. He is Deputy General Manager, Tata Communication.
Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, in continuation to my previous speakers, I will not, go in much details about the need of Internet of Things or say IoT in the CGD space. So I'll go to some of the pilot projects which we have done so far, and what as a Tata Communication, what we are doing to help the CGD industry to get more into the digital space and implement smart metering and get ready to handle the challenge which is going to come from 4 million to 40 million. How we can tackle that. So already this portion is covered about the CGD space. After the 9th and 10th round of bidding, target is to cover more than 50% of the population, and more than 200 GAs are already awarded. And the target is to reach 10 million and thereafter 20 million by 2030. So there is a huge ramp up program which is supported by the government, and in fact PNGRB is working on that. So in present context, if I see the types of meters installed in the CGDs are 40 to 45% are mechanical meters, and remaining meters are AMR ready. Maybe it's a magnetic inductive type, magnetic pulse generator or the inductive pulse generator. New demand is coming, AMR ready of course, but in some cases postpaid only and prepaid as well. So three major category of meters are requested by the CGDs to be installed in their GAs. So CGD is really on the exponential growth path, and the idea is to make the country gas-based economy. In that CGDs and gas utilities are promoting the maximum usage of the gas consumption in the country. So there are three basic classification, I would say. One is household PNG, and the second is commercial PNG and industrial PNG. And one switch solution is also taking good interaction. Say in houses, geyser could be used, gas-based geyser could be used to increase the gas consumption in the houses. On the commercial space, like hotel and restaurants, they can also use for power generation and other use cases for increase the gas consumption. In industrial, of course, it could be used for boilers and furnace cooling and achieving air conditioning through the gas consumption. So I would say with this, gas consumption is going to be increased with the time very sharply. So what are the challenges if we ramp up to the larger number of gas connections? So more times of readings is required. People has to go, like in case of manual reading, they need to go more frequently to get the reading, and that is going to increase the cost in long term. And in fact, if we consider the labor law index, every year there is an inflation in the manpower cost in India. So just think the new India, where after 5 years down the line, the per man day cost of manpower is not going to remain the same which is having today. Is close to 350 rupees or something like that per day. Second is new customer to be added every day, and you need to augment the system for the new billings, so that that is the high cost of billing is going to be introduced. Third is the new connection to be added every day, and tracking of the transmission losses in the network. So as of now, like 1.5% or 1% is maintained as a non-revenue gas today. So in fact, Vinay has covered it in good detail that there is a reconciliation in theories, but it is not practical today. So with the help of automation, the help of automation is required when, like in IGL or MGL, today domestic consumption is say 10 to 12%. So if it is going to increase with the time, or maybe the percentage remains the same, but volume of the gas will increase, right? Maybe 10 times higher. So in that case, for the reconciliation, you should have a proper metering of the connection. And then third is the dynamic pricing, because gas price varies with the time. So as of now, if you are sending a person maybe after 2 months or 3 months or 4 months to get the reading, or maybe the self billing or on spot billing, you really don't know what was the price of the gas at that time. So with real time monitoring of the consumption, you can pass on some benefits to the consumers, and you can also at the same time charge higher if the gas price is higher. So but that you can do only when you have a AMR system in place. Otherwise you have to do average billing, average pricing of the gas. So you cannot offer any kind of a discounting to your consumers. Like in electricity today it is happening, people are ready to launch the solutions where at the time of peak demand, if somebody is not consuming the electricity, they will get some discount, right, to shift the load at another time. So similar things could happen in the gas industry also, but maybe not today, but after 5 years or 6 years down the line. So with this I am saying AMR solution is required, but what are the challenges we are facing today with the existing system? So door-to-door manual reading collection, so it is not scalable. Suppose if like CGD is, suppose CGD is in operation, if they get 2 multi-story societies in 2 corners of the city, so if you keep a manual reading kind of a system, then you have to have 2 manpower in place. So I would say it is not scalable if you get the disconnected connection areas in the same geography, and the huge manpower is required, of course, and then customer unavailability leading the multiple visits. And many a times in metro cities at least, both couple are working, so it's very difficult to get the reading. So normally gas industries tries to leave one sticker on the door that whenever you are reaching home, please call us or tell us the reading of your meter. So it is completely manual, and it is totally based on the customer's mercy if he wants to tell or call the IGL or the CGD or not. It is totally dependent on them. Yeah, and of course challenges in identifying the houses, if because normally readings are being taken by the contractual manpower, so those staffs are regularly changing. So to identify the same house, it is a good task for him to identify the houses, and especially in the unauthorized areas or unauthorized societies where proper labeling of houses are not there, it is very difficult to them to identify the house. If somebody is not paying the bill, it's very difficult to get the house location for them. And the second solution is a walk-by solution or drive-through, maybe by using the handheld device. So it is, people say this is automated system, for me it's manual basically, because it depends when you want to get the reading, then only you can send a person with the handheld device, he will go and collect the meter reading from there. And so there is a chances that manual intervention could be done. Poor frequency, yeah. So suppose if you want to get reading once in month or twice in once in 2 months, it is doable with this, but you will not get intermediate readings. So meter gas reconciliation kind of a thing is not at all possible with this approach. And if somebody is tampering the meter, maybe by putting the magnetron or maybe tampering the pulse generator, then you will not get to know. Maybe if you get to know after 2 months or 3 months, whenever somebody is collecting the reading, then only you will get to know if meter has that feature, if it has to record the temper. And no value added solution or proactive solutions could be opted by the CGD if walk-by or drive-by solution is used. Third category is some of the CDs are trying to do spot billing or self-billing when they are sending the manpower and he is not able to collect the reading maybe 3 times or 4 times. Then they are asking client, you just do your billing by yourself. Maybe click the picture of your meter and send it to us, or maybe you just read the reading and remain on the telephone and then we will do the reading. So this is completely manual. So I think that will create some sort of a revenue loss to the CGDs, of course. and it will also making some sort of irregular revenue forecast and really revenue projections in the books. And also sometimes you have already supplied the gas for last 6 months and you have not raised the invoice, but you have already consumed the gas, correct? And because consumer has consumed the gas, but it is not there in the books of the CGD. So this is a clearly revenue loss, and whatever the books are projected, annual books, maybe some correction could be done with the help of the smart metering. So I would say smart metering is the need of the hour to make it sustainable solution for the long run, I would say. So in terms of smart meter, communication is the core, I think. In that case, the communication is the must. So my previous in previous session, speaker Vinay has already covered very well the various communication technology. So I'll go with broadly two category only. One is the public network that is offered by the telcos, GSM or GPRS operators. So that network they have made for the mobile communication, it is not made for the machine communication or meter communication. This we should understand very clearly. Second is, if you want to use the SIM card and all, then SIM management is a big headache. And we have also find the incidents. People have purchased the SIM card for meter reading, but those SIM cards are used for calling or some crimes also. So that has to be taken care by the either CGD industry or the vendor who is doing the project for the CGD. The second category is the private network. Private network could be anything: proprietary RF, RF mesh, ZigBee, LoRa mesh, or anything could be there. People are trying to make those kind of a network. And there is a hybrid network also. If you put the DCU, by that in one society you put a DCU that collects the reading from those meters and it aggregates the data, and then you transmit the data to the cloud through the DCU, but maybe by using the GSM network kind of a thing. But in that case, the situation is where you will put the DCU. Who will allow you to put the DCU? Because CGD has a right of way to install the gas meter in the house of a person, but nobody will allow you to put the DCU in your house. And furthermore, the challenge is DCU requires a power supply. Maybe it requires very low power, but you have to get the commercial meter for that. You need to take the permission from the power discom company to install that. And maybe if private society is adamant, then you have to lay the power cable as well for that. So in that case, this solution becomes very complex and not sustainable. So what is needed in that case? You should have something hybrid network is needed. It should not be a public, and it should not be also completely private, because licensing and right of way and all those things has to be there for the private network. So we with Tata Communication has proposed a hybrid approach, in that we have emerged as a solution provider, not a private network, not a public network. It's a hybrid network that could be customized, that can offer a better SLA or the best SLA that is required by the CGD. And you are also having the larger coverage in the country, so that the cost of operation or the subscription is also very low. So if we see the gas AMR or AMI solution overall, on the left side, gas meter, it could be fitted with the AMR module separately if already meters are installed, or the smart meter which can communicate, and with wall, then it can work as a prepaid as well. So all the things are there, and then those gas meters are can communicate with the fixed network. There is no need to send somebody to get those meter readings, but the meters are automatically communicating. Whenever the meter is installed in the house, it's already commissioned. It can communicate with the Tata Communications network, and then from that gateway, it is reaching to the cloud, and then probably of course it is reaching the meter data management that could be placed at the CGD premises, or maybe it can be on the cloud, and then it could be integrated with the central IT system or ERP system with the CGDs for the billing. And with this approach, Tatacom also offers somewhere that you are also have a choice to go with multi-vendor meters also, because at least you are defining or predefining one layer so that you can get the best price on the meter side. Because if you standardize the specification, like Mr. Reji Pillai mentioned in the beginning, CGD also have to standardize the specification, like meter specification should be defined by the BIS, so that standards are defined, and then you can get the best price for the meters. So that will really helpful for the CGD to get the best price from the vendors. So these are the key benefits already covered in the previous session, that for the rapid scale you have to have automation in place, and that should be scalable, and it should be standard one, and you can do the gas reconciliation whenever you want to do it, periodically or whenever you want, really. So it is ultimately saving the cost, and you can increase the operational efficiency. By that you can increase the margins, of course, and for new customer, you can increase the customer base with this by offering the automation, because it is easier for you to install the connection very fast if you have a predefined system in place. There is no need to go for new tenders and the new solutions every time. I just want to go with the one case study that we have deployed as a prepaid meter with IGL.
I think you summarized in 2 minutes.
Yeah, sir. Thanks. So a prepaid system we have deployed in IGL, that is being deployed in Rewari, Muzaffarnagar and Karnal. The total quantity as of need is 10,000 meters, and that is for sure is going to scale in due time. And also it offers, if you do not want to implement prepaid, but you can do the gas reconciliation, and you can also have an option to cut the power supply if somebody is not paying the bill. But you can also offer some lucrative features to to the consumers. If some, like in many cities or maybe in NCR, if house is only one person or two people, only one couple is living in that house, maybe old people whose children are settled in other country or in other city, they normally go for for few months to their with their children. So at that time they don't consume the gas, right? So with this you can offer them the some sort of a no rental fee, or maybe the gas consumption fee for that duration. So with that you can pull the more customers. Rather than opting for the cylinders, they can go for the CNG connections or PNG connections. So with this dashboard, you can have a real-time report of and it is really helping you to get the commissioning status as well in real time. In manual metering, in manual meter installation, in fact CDC is not aware how many meters are installed today, and they give the timelines to install the do the NG of those meters and commissioning, but it's not in real time. People are subcontractor, the person is giving the recording maybe on the weekly basis. We have installed say 500 meters in last week. Then they are giving the report to the IGL CGD local headquarters. Then it is reaching the central office that these meters were installed. But normally it takes 1 month time to get the real information how many meters was installed with the serial number and proper details of the consumer. Then the NG process starts. So that takes long time. But with real-time system in place, you will get to know how many meters are installed. So you can really increase the revenue cycle, immediately supplying the gas once meter is installed there. So it is really helping the commissioning schedule. And then with this kind of a dashboard is there, where you can have the real-time information, how many meters are installed, how many commissioned. If any meter is not communicating, you can identify, and then you have a logbook also, what is the reason why meters are not communicating and all. So all those dashboards are available in real time. You can do whatever you want to do with the data analytics to get your benefit, as well as you can pass on the benefit to the client. With the analytics, you can do the graphics and all, and you can also offer the such consumption pattern for your your consumption, as well as for the client. They will get to know what is the gas consumption they had. If they add more consumption like by using the geysers and all. So with Tata Communication, we handshake with the CGDs. We also have the pan-India coverage like pipeline network today, and you can opt for the solution. And CGDs are now CGDs are bidding for multiple geographical areas which are disconnected. Like some companies already in operation in Gujarat, and now they are getting a new GA in the eastern part of the country or northern part of the country. So they can just put the meter in that GA. It will automatically communicate with their present system in the central office right now. So it is scalable, I would say. That offers lower cost operation or bringing the cost down for the CGD. So this is how the solution works. Any meter, it gets one chip, and then it is able to communicate with the base stations, and then it is reaching the network server cloud, and then to the end application that is hosted at the utility end. I don't have a time to cover technical details about the LoRaWAN network. That really offers a very good solution for the CGD space. It can work below the noise level. So the best communication, I would say, is possible with the best SLA is possible with this network. There are multiple other use cases that could be exploited by the CGDs also. Asset tracking, like we offer employee safety, and then industrial devices that could be used for the SCADA of the CGDs, like NONC device that could be coupled with the relays. And asset tracker, you can, like CGDs also using the energy meters to track the power consumption in CNG stations in other areas in office also. So smart meters could be deployed on the LoRaWAN. By that they can have a real-time tracking of the power consumption. So they can do the intervention by reducing the load. That can increase the operational efficiency of the CGD. So, and Modbus to LoRaWAN converters are there, and in many of the SCADA applications, data is coming on the Modbus, so that could be sent out through the RF network. Not only the data is coming to the SCADA control room, those data can also be can be achieved at the remote places at the corporate office as well, to get the real-time information of DRS and other instruments as well, and related to the safety as well. These are such tracker like CNG vehicles. If you want to track those things, that is also possible with these solutions. So thank you from from my side.
So
if any questions,
any question? You have question? Yeah.
Thank you, Dharmendra.
Yeah.
It was a nice presentation. So I have questions which may be slightly disturbing. So one is how to bring down the cost of LoRa per connection, because it is now getting comparable with at least GSM rates. So the suggestion from my side is, can you work with CGDs? Because what we have seen in our experience, like we have deployed these smart meters and our dashboard is working. And it is the best way to actually bring out the data from the CGD. But then because of lowering cost of tenders, so we have to go for either handheld or for maybe card-based solutions just to bring down the cost. But that is not going to solve the purpose of automation in the longer run. So 10-year definitely is not the right way to proceed with the disconnected solutions. So how to bring down the cost to a manageable level, that needs to be worked out between your company and CGDs, and maybe some other somebody from actually regulatory also, that there is a requirement of higher frequency data to actually see the gas losses or reconciliation things. So that is one effort that needs to be done, so that we can rationalize the cost and everybody can come to a connected grid. So I think that is the objective of this question. Second is how do we handle the firmware upgrades because of the lower data rates of LoRa? So this is another issue which I have seen, like in some trials in Spain. I think they have demonstrated that yes, firmware is possible, upgrade is possible. So are you planning something like this in the near future? That is this. And third question is, how do we handle the high density housing in India? So because that is another issue, that challenge we face, because right now we have deployed in slightly semi-urban areas, so it has not come up as a challenge. But when I see like East Delhi or those kind of localities, so how do we handle the high density of housing that is there and make sure the solution is efficient? Thank you.
Yeah. So on pricing part, the solution we have offered hybrid solution of between public and the private. So that offers the lower cost solution also. Whatever the price is available from the public network, I don't think as in current context of the industry today is workable, because the consolidation from 23 company to 3 companies, and I just heard from the from the media newspaper, a lot of taxes are due on those, and many things are pending. So we don't know the future of those things. So like in installing a meter for CGD, it's a matter of 10 years, because meter of the life is 10 years. So it's a huge investment. And what is the portion of communication into it? Hardly 5% or even less than that. So entire installation of gas meter is at the risk. So like 95% cost is at the risk if you are going with the solution which may not be sustainable in the longer run, knowing the facts which we are seeing for last 4-5 years, right? So how 95% of cost we can take at the risk? So this is my answer. So we should go with not on the if you go with the private network, the cost will obviously is going to high, of course, because you have to lay the dedicated network. So the cost of operation and the capex both will be high, and ultimately it will be charged to the CGD.
Can you convince the CGD and the regulatory to have a higher frequency of data?
Yeah, so I am convincing already, like whatever the today the revenue loss or gas reconciliation happening, it's more theoretical, not the realistic. That could be done.
Actually, I think the time is very short and we have to another speaker also. So I think during lunch time you can discuss in details.
Yeah.
And Chittoda Sahab, you have also some suggestions. So yeah. Okay.
Ji- Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why the hybrid solution is needed, because of course the private network is